Another big question in the beginning is, should you concentrate your wealth or should you diversify it? And to show this, I think my best position would be the best example. So the overall portfolio has about €4,000 in it, and that includes GameStop, AMC, and all the dividend stocks. And I think a couple of others that don't pay a dividend, but there's not that much in them. But if I had have concentrated all of my wealth, which means put the whole lot into Vermilion Energy, then that would be 53% up. So I would be able to sell that for about a €2,000 profit. But because I diversified, I'm still up 53%, but I have €11 or €12 in the position. It's gone up by €4. Now, people very rightly say that concentration builds your wealth and diversification protects it. And what that means is if you have an initial lump to invest, now it's not the same as lump sum investing or averaging in. You can do that with any individual stock. What this means is if you have, say, a few €1,000 and you know for sure that a stock is going to go up, you've done your research, then if you concentrate your money in there and you get a return like this, you will very quickly build your wealth. And then after you've concentrated it and you've made your money, you can then diversify it to keep it safe. And what that means is spreading it out over different countries or different sectors, different currencies, which is what I'm doing. But my intention is to never sell, so it doesn't really matter how much any of my positions go up, I'm just depending on the dividends. Now, concentration can mean concentrating all your money into a single stock, or it can also mean concentrating on a particular sector, like the energy sector at the moment, for example. A lot of them are doing very well because they hit such lows last year. It was like the lowest in 20 or 25 years. So it doesn't just mean putting all your money into one stock. It means focusing it on a particular stock or a particular sector or a particular industry. But diversifying is spreading it out. And a very common, well, the traditional method of diversifying a portfolio would involve some stocks, some bonds, and some cash. And the reason people keep cash is if a discount comes up or if a stock falls way more than you think it should, say AT&T in my opinion at the moment, you can then have cash to bulk up your positions. But the important thing about diversifying is you really need to have money to do it first. Because having loads of small positions spread out across loads of different currencies or sectors, or basically what I'm doing, that can mean that when your positions shoot up the way this has, you don't make much profit. But on the other side, if they shoot down, you don't make much loss. So if you were investing in, say, growth stocks, and you concentrated on one because you believed in it, you did your research, you thought it was going to do well, and then it does, you'll build your wealth very quickly. And when you've built up a nice sum, you can then diversify it across, depending on whatever you want, different currencies, different countries, different sectors. It's entirely up to you. It's important to keep in mind as well that if you're building a dividend portfolio to live off, you need quite a big sum of money invested. Like it'd be €100,000 or over to have enough paid in dividends to live off. Now, your life probably wouldn't be lavish living off it, but it would be a wage paid through passive income from dividends. So, if you have a relatively small account, it would be best to concentrate your wealth. But in order to do that, you need to do your research, you need to be sure about the stock or the asset that you pick, and you will also run the risk of quite a big loss. Because another good thing about diversification is that if any position does bad, your overall portfolio should be fine. But you do need to take risks in the beginning. Unless you already have a lump sum that you can invest and it's quite a considerable amount, you do have to take risks to build your wealth up to to a decent level to live off dividends. So that's all for this one. And if you found this useful, I'm doing a series on the stock market basics. If you're new to the stock market or if you're already a dividend investor, I've quite a lot of information on my channel in the process of being uploaded. I have a portfolio of about 530 dividend paying stocks, and I'm doing a series of 5-minute breakdowns on all of those stocks. So if any of that interests you, feel free to subscribe, let me know what you think, and I hope that you stick around.